Hey guys, so I want to share with you. There's been a lot of stuff going on lately, and it's chaotic, and a lot of people are afraid and worried, and they don't know what the future will bring. And maybe you're also, struggling with what's to come. Who knows? But I want to offer you some peace and hope that you can have full assurance and be calm that you're going to be okay. And this is based on the Bible. And we see God proving himself to be faithful and trustworthy to many people throughout, history. And we see this in, for example, the Great Flood, when he told Noah to build the ark and he was safe. It was a big catastrophe. It was a tragic thing for the whole world and all of its inhabitants, right? And that man was saved and his family. And then we see Sodom and Gomorrah also. Whole city destroyed. God saved his faithful. And we see Rahab the harlot also. Jericho. People went around. The whole city, the walls fell. But her family and herself, they were safe because she let down the scarlet thread as she was instructed to do. So God has proven himself to save people in the most catastrophic events in history. And there's more examples. I'm just not going to go through them. So I want to read a few places from the Bible that would relate to us today. This is Zephaniah chapter 1. Talks a lot about judgment coming, and it's specifically to Judah, but also it kind of foresees the future, which would be the end of the world. And it's very scary. There's a lot. Let me just read a few verses for you. I will consume man and beast. I will consume the fowls of the heavens and the fishes of the sea and the stumbling blocks and the wicked, and I will cut off man from off the land, saith the Lord. Very strong language. And then verse 15, that day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress, a day of wasteness and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness, a day of the trumpet and alarm against the fenced cities and against the high towers. And I will bring distress upon men, that they shall walk like blind men, because they have sinned against the Lord, and their blood shall be poured out as dust, and their flesh as the dung. Very strong language. The judgment it's going to be intense. And then it offers safety to those. And read this in chapter 2, the beginning verses of chapter 2 of Zephaniah. Gather yourselves together, yea, gather together, O nation not desired, before the decree bring forth, before the day pass as the chaff, before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you, before the day of the Lord anger come upon you. Now listen, seek ye the Lord, all ye meek of the earth, which have wrought his judgment. Seek righteousness, seek meekness, and it may be you shall be hid in the day of the Lord's anger. You can be hidden in God when the craziest thing is going to go down. The full wrath of God unleashed on everyone. And you're going to be safe because what chapter 2, the first verses say. This really is the remedy that the strongest men that boast in their strengths will not be able to. All their monies and riches will not be able to save them on that day. But if you, just like Noah and the ark, just like those examples, obey this verse, you can be completely safe in God's hand. There's another verse I do want to read. This is Colossians 2, verses 2, but I'll read a little portion of that verse. Acknowledge the mystery of God and the Father and the Christ, in whom are hid all the treasures of wisdom and knowledge. All the treasures of wisdom and knowledge are in Christ. Colossians 2:2. People are looking for wisdom and knowledge and safety. It's all in Christ. Another passage I would just like to conclude the video. It's Matthew 11:28. Jesus says, "Come unto me, all you that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. It's a very peaceful promise that he offers to all, and he is faithful and just to carry it out, and you can trust him on that and have full assurance and peace, and you can trust in God. So I hope that helps and you're encouraged. Though the craziest future may be awaiting soon, you can be completely safe in Christ. If you've never read the Bible, I recommend start with 1 John. It's a very, very good book. It's packed with basic intro about Jesus, about the Bible, about walking with God. It's a very, very good book. Not John, but 1 John. And read it twice, read it 3 times. You're going to learn so much, and I'm excited for you. All right, God bless you.